If you've been trying to save democracy all night, if you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu Buddy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, with all the dankest of dank shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Here comes the feds through the front and the rear.
Right.
P. Diddy time. Yeah, it's exactly.
With Diddy, it's only in the rear. What are you talking about? There's no front.
Oh, damn.
Take that. On my far right, engineer, ones that do his joke about Breathing Force Chronos.
Stellar Blade is basically fan service action game. So just saying.
I love it. Jiggly physics. I love it. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
I'm blue, da da dee da 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 dee.
Wow.
One more time.
He went back.
All right. Start us off. Stats, analysis.
Well, there's a problem with like the live stream. It says I don't know what's going on here. I gotta figure it out in a second. But the listener of the week would be Boodle Boy. All right, sure. We'll call you that.
Boodle Boy?
Boodle.
Or Brute?
Budl boy.
That sounds weirdly sexual, and I'm not looking that up.
Yeah, you are. You probably on your phone right now. Search it.
Make it nice and dark in here.
Let me see if I can find the. Let me see if I can get the live stream up because like that was weird. Like, it says we're up, but there we go. Okay, now we got a connection, and there's nobody in the chat just yet. Sorry, we're late. I got no excuse. We're just late.
Give or take the same time we start every week. They know.
Hey, we've been doing this about 15, 11 years now. Everybody should know we're going to be a little late.
CB time. Look, listen, if we also like stop working, then we could be on time a little bit more seriously.
If we'd have kids and families.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, old ninja, take us away. We got some pouring out of something frothy, something brown, something malty.
Something brown. That's like.
I know, right? It's not only brown.
They're brown ales, and well,
that's not what he's
also
talking
about. It still sounds gross.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll pour out some St. Ives this week. We're gonna start with Emmett Walsh. His full name Michael Emmett Walsh. He's been acting for 7 decades. He has 220 movie credits. He's in classics as far as Blood Simple, The Jerk, and Blade Runner to neo classics. I'm coining that phrase right now, neo classics, and current movies such as Raising Arizona, Calvary, and Knives Out. His most notable role was probably Captain Harry Bryant in the Blade Runner movie, but in comedy he was the prostate examiner in Chevy Chase's Fletch. In horror, he was the police chief in Critters, and in comedy, he was the neighbor in Christmas with the Cranks.
I want to be in a horror movie.
You want to be in a horror movie?
Comedy. A horror movie?
A horror movie is what he said.
Yeah,
just to be clear.
I believe that's called Vegas, as far as I remember. Anyway, he passed away after a cardiac arrest 4 days before his 89th birthday.
Damn, that's R.I.P.
Next up, we have Chance Paradomo. Chance gained prominence as his role as Ambrose Spellman in the Netflix series The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Andre Anderson in the Amazon Prime series Gen V, the spin-off series to the hit series The Boys. He was born in L.A., but he was raised in England. He died in a motorcycle accident, with authorities say he was the sole individual involved in the accident. He was traveling from upstate New York to Toronto to begin filming on season 2 of Gen V. He was 27.
Damn. It's a baby.
Really a sad one, man. I mean, we all loved him on The Boys, or not The Boys.
I mean, Gen V. He probably would have been on The Boys. He could be on The Boys. Yeah. That they just haven't released him. And then next up we have Louis Gossett Jr. He was an iconic actor who started acting on stage at the age of 17 in the early 50s. In 1977, he would appear in the miniseries Roots, where he won an Emmy for a single appearance. In 1982,
Damn.
he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role as Gunnery Sergeant Emil Foley in An Officer and a Gentleman. He's won 2 Golden Globes and an NAACP Image Award. He's well known for his appearance in the Iron Eagle film series, but he also appeared or starred in films such as 1989's The Punisher, The Principal Enemy. And he provides the voice of Lucius Fox in Batman the Animated Series. In 2013, Gossett starred in a controversial drama called Boiling Act, which is based on true events of racism that occurred in college campuses across the U.S. during the 2008 presidential election. The film, written and directed by the Ashenway brothers, also stars Danielle Fishel, a.k.a. Topanga from Boy Meets World, Keith David, and Emmett Walsh, who I mentioned earlier, who passed away earlier last week, and also John Hurt, who passed away last summer. He can be most recently seen in the musical of The Color Purple, which came out in this past December, and it looks like he has an upcoming horror film coming out titled Awaken the Reaper. The film also features Lance Henderson and Robin Curtis. He died at his Malibu home at the age of 87. No cause of death has been given as of yet.
Real quick, Old Ninja. I think, for some folks who are a little bit older or whatever, he was always. Maybe you mentioned it. Did you mention he was in Roots? That was a big deal.
That was like literally the first thing I mentioned.
Oh, maybe I missed that. Okay, sorry. That was a big deal at the time.
And I also mentioned that he won an Emmy for his single appearance. You missed all of that.
No, I got that part. Yeah, my bad.
Did I learn something new about Roots recently?
Roots.
I learned that Roots is a fictional story. It's not based on a true story, which I think the original author he led people to believe that it was based on a true story of his family history, but it turned out like a lot of it was falsified or it was made up, which shattered my fucking whole world when I learned about that.
Yeah, Alex Haley.
Dude, we had to read that book in history class, like for Black American history class. And the fact that I should automatically get an A.
Did you know that when that miniseries was airing, like there were plenty of businesses nationwide, black and white, that would like put signs on the door like we're closed for watching Roots because Roots is on. Like it was a huge deal.
I remember watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to watch it in class too. Like we read the book and also watched the series.
I mean, nowadays you can't show it because it's woke and it's, what do they call it?
It's diversity, equity, inclusion,
DEI, and
CRT.
CRT. It's all the things.
No one says CRT anymore. It's
no, they still say it. They still say it.
Mm-hmm.
I never hear, and no one talks about CRT that I see. All I see is DEI.
Is it a TV?
Or DEI.
Is it CRT a TV?
It is a TV.
Critical race theory.
Yeah.
The CRT is also for TV, but still.
But yeah, it's man, rest in power to him, man. I remember being a kid watching those Iron Eagle movies and just fucking loving what he brought to the table, man. He was great in those.
Iron Eagle, that's super 80s fucking like military action movies,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about those movies, there was 3 of them, maybe even 4.
I think there was more than that.
I think the 4th one doesn't feature him. Like I think the last one he was in the 3rd one. There's like a 4th one after that. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of Iron Eagles. Like, god dang. I remember. So the one thing though, even though I loved Iron Eagle, I watched Jaws 3 a lot more than I watched Iron Eagle. I've seen Jaws 3 a few times. It's a crazy movie because I was like surprised that he was even in the movie. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie? And I watched it and I was like, oh, it's pretty awesome though.
I get my Jaws confused. The only one I've watched over and over and over again was the first one.
I've seen that one a few times.
Yeah, I've seen others, but it doesn't matter. All right, what you guys want to get into first?
I think I've only seen the first Jaws movie. I've never seen like 2 and 3 or 4.
There's a 4th one. Yeah, there's a 4th.
Jaws 3D.
Yeah, Jaws 3 and 3D. That's where they go to SeaWorld. That's awesome.
Goddamn.
Fucking SeaWorld? Wow.
That's when Louis Gossett in. That's why I watched it a lot.
That's
Do you
cool.
remember? Speaking of like sea creatures or whatever, like remember like the movie Free Willy? Like there was a sequel to that. It was Free Willy 2, and
Yeah.
I guess
Isn't there
Willy
a
got
third one?
recaptured or some shit.
I thought there was 3.
Yeah, I
Is
thought
there
there were
3 of
3.
them? Shit.
I could be wrong, man. I didn't keep up. I just remember Uncle Luke talking about Free Willy.
God dang. I think when he's talking about Free Willy, it wasn't necessarily about it.
Oh, it wasn't a movie reference. Wow, that's amazing. You know,
I'm just putting it out there.
Uncle Luke's got, he's got a duality to him. I love it. All right,
Sometimes.
all right, what y'all want to get into
Oh.
next, man? This is a big ass week.
Well, we should talk about what we didn't talk about last week because y'all weren't here. We should talk about the Diddler, aka P. Diddy.
Dilly. I felt like some of you like you go to a strip club and something a girl do to your balls. So,
The Diddy.
Oh my god, I was drinking right then.
So I
It's been a
guess
wondering.
we didn't cover it, but his Miami and LA homes got raided.
And New York.
And New York. Okay. So 3 homes got raided by the feds a week ago.
Homeland Security. Yeah.
Oh.
It's true.
Okay. I thought that was okay. Yeah. Then
No, it was Homeland Security.
So that's even wilder.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's international crimes happening.
Yeah. That's okay. So we don't know necessarily the I haven't seen it. You stop me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen the results of those raids yet, per se, or have you guys?
No results yet, but I
Nope.
mean the walls are closing in. I feel like this guy's he might be the next Epstein. So yeah,
Epstein will sprinkle a little R. Kelly in there.
Yeah. What's amazing to me, I think I've mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I mean, for someone who's been in the music business, and the music business is shady, we all know that. But for 30, 40 years now, like, you don't hear a whole lot of folks saying, like, oh, he's a good guy, I defend him. You hear people being like, yeah, he was always like, did you see that clip of him with Mike Tyson from the Arsenio Hall show?
Moved his hand and was like, yeah.
I was like, you have
Yeah.
to be out of your mind to try to cop a feel on Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like, you don't value your life. You don't value.
And this is prime time Mike Tyson too. Like you don't fuck around with that.
Well, I think this is before we knew that Mike Tyson was a little crazy. So he's a little crazy. So he's lucky that he was. I'm pretty sure that when that happened, Customato was still alive. Had he have done that after that, I think he might have got fucked up on live TV. So
Yep.
yeah,
Like ended right then and there.
yeah.
Still capable, even with Cuss being alive. But maybe
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think.
Wait, sorry,
he was
quick
more-
little side note: is Robin Givens still alive? Because I remember her and him were married, right?
They were married. That was a
I
ball
haven't heard anything about her in like forever.
She's so you want to know something funny? Robin Givens is in she's in Batwoman. She's in Batwoman season 2.
Really?
Is she
Or
really?
3. Yeah. Oh, season 2. Yeah. Oh no, 3. Because Batwoman has 3 seasons, so she's in the 3rd season. She plays the mother to the main character at one point, and she has a very kind of screwed up sort of backstory.
I
There was a
mean,
time.
she still looks great.
Yeah, I was gonna
So-
say, I haven't seen her in forever. Obviously, I didn't watch Batwoman, but Robin Givens was one of the baddest young women of the 80s and 90s. Like, without a doubt.
It's kind of crazy because Robin Givens was on that college show on HBO. They came on at night. What was it called?
Euphoria?
No. This is like way back in the day, like early
College?
80s. It wasn't different. Head of the Class. So she was on Head of Class, but she was also Head of Class with the guy who created all the kid shows on Nickelodeon.
Oh shit!
The one that everybody's like, come dance something. Or what's the guy's name? But yeah, they work on the same show together, which is kind of ironic right now. But yeah. Anyways, back to the story.
Yeah, but we got way off track of Diddy. I guess Tyson took us off track, but
he does that,
yeah.
Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face, or you just say the name Mike Tyson. So
Yeah, Diddy seems to be in a world of trouble. I think he was not at any of those 3 homes though. Whenever these raids happened, you know, where I don't know if he's in this country or not, but you're right, Kronos. I think it sounds like it's closing in, and I don't. But are there any charges? I haven't seen the charges get filed yet, but they're coming.
Isn't only one by his like ex, right? Didn't she like have some kind of charges out there?
Well, he settled with her like almost immediately. It was like it was so fast of like him being like, I didn't do this, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden she's got hundreds of millions of dollars. Like it was amazing. So I think Cassie, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think when you go out to people that are very wealthy, you have to like really build a case. So I think they're probably smart of. Well, they probably should have like arrested him just so he can't leave. You know what I mean? Can't leave the United States, but I have a feeling they'll find him anyway. Because there's a lot of rappers over the years.
He's back.
He's back.
Apparently he went to his new Miami home 3 days ago.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, like throughout the years, we've all heard rumors about Diddy, and apparently a lot of them might be true. So. Allegedly. So,
I'm gonna say this. I've heard like sleazy prior to all this. I've heard some sleazy like music industry shit, but I didn't quite hear rumors about like literally assaulting a lot of people until this. Not saying that they weren't out there. Maybe I just missed
they were out there. Yeah.
But yeah.
It makes me that guy who did that song, Hide Your Wife, Hide Your Kids. Like people don't remember that part, but they don't remember the part where he says hide your husband too, because he's coming after everybody. I think that's what Pity was doing, because he was coming after a lot of people.
The one that fucked me up was this whole stuff with Meek Mill. I was like, God damn. That shit was wild. Yeah, and all the making the band stuff, like, we haven't heard from anybody who's been on those shows in 20, 30 years.
I think Hip Hop DX like just released something about what making the band said. I didn't watch it though.
Okay.
Isn't there 2 seasons of that show?
There's at least 2.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember Danny Kane was like the last season. And then I think there was Dream. Oh, Dream came after Danny Kane, but there was another band before them that I think went nowhere.
There's gonna be a whole new documentary of how he made
was there Old Town? Was that part of his band, or was that a different MTV show?
Dude, it's been so long.
They were Old Town, right?
Yeah, well, I think there's gonna be a new show called How We Made Them Bands that made him dance. So, or that he made us dance.
So I thought that Ashton Kutcher is somehow wrapped up in this too.
There's a lot of people. Yeah.
God damn.
There's like Ashton Kutcher,
affiliated
Justin
or like
Bieber.
part of the raid.
One of the princes. Yeah.
Shit.
What's the guy? Usher is on that somewhere in that list.
Yeah, because he was like 13 years old when like some of the shit went down. So.
Yeah, I think was it? I'm not sure if it was. Yeah, it was with Usher. He was 13, and apparently, like P Diddy had like guardianship over him for a period of the time of his career.
But
I guess Usher like he didn't explicitly say it, but he said he saw some wild shit while he was there.
So you know what's wild about Usher and his career though? His mom was his manager like 90% of his career. So I'm not saying that, Diddy didn't like become, I don't know, some kind of, I don't know, partial man. I don't know what he did, but that's all bad. That's all bad. Yeah, look that up, but shit, man. And then the other thing, remember, Usher was dating Chili as a teenager too, which isn't quite on the up and up, but we kind of skirt that under the rug.
There's a lot of like messed up stuff about like Hollywood, and I mean, just look at Quiet on Set.
Yeah,
so I mean, that's like one of the most horrific fucking documentaries kind of all time, and this happens in other industries too that are in entertainment with like children and like just really messed up stuff happening. Like if you want to get to a certain level, you got to do certain things that maybe you don't want to do, but if you want to make money.
Yeah, all bad, especially with the kids.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Oh
happens.
shit! What is going on
Oh,
here?
shit.
Oh, shit.
Stitch, what's going on?
Damn.
He came through like the fucking
Four
Kool-Aid
shot up
man.
in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, God
What's up
damn.
with you?
You're muted.
Can you hear us?
We
Oh,
cannot
he's
hear you.
muted.
Nah,
You're muted.
no, we can't hear you. Your lips are moving like a kung fu flick.
Kung Fu movie.
I see you
Yeah.
talking, but you ain't saying nothing.
How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in.
Nah,
Nope,
still ain't got
still nothing. Try the the button on your actual headset. Don't be muted up from your headset.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
Spit on it.
Whoa.
That's what P. Diddy would have said.
Oh, damn.
I heard you saying that, Blue.
Yeah.
Was Meek Mill? Who was the one that was stopped like at the airport for like I guess like mule trafficking?
Oh,
or some
that
shit?
was like some kid. He was like some white kid. They got caught with
Oh.
cocaine and weed and all this other shit. Apparently, he was like the mule for Diddy, allegedly.
So, like, storing it in the ass?
I don't know where we're storing.
Yeah,
it.
that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I think it was stomach, but maybe not the ass.
I mean, you saw how I went directly for anal storage, right? Like that's the
Man.
first thing I think of when I think of a mule.
Same
Apparently,
here.
if
Same
you're
here.
if you know Diddy, I think you add ass capacity. You know what I mean? Like if you have,
Damn.
if you think of it like an RPG, you need to open your backpack up. I mean, he opens the ass up. So
So you remember how?
this
Dave
is this is
Chappelle
not a
did, like,
monetized
the whole-
podcast now.
Dude,
Remember
how
Dave
did,
Chappelle
how
did
did
that whole
nobody
parody?
knock? Sorry, how did nobody knock his ass? Like, I'm thinking of all these rappers. I'm thinking of all like Tyson. I'm thinking of all these like. If this is going on for so many years, damn, like
Prodigy, do you know how many dudes that you probably know? I know shit that if you offered them $5 million to do pretty much anything, they would do
Yeah.
pretty much anything.
yeah,
Yeah, I know some dudes that'll do it for free.
yeah.
Oh, it's Diddy. Where you want to put it? Oh, okay.
Take that. Take that.
Damn.
You're like, what are you gonna post this at? Oh, you gonna post it on here? Oh yeah. Just make sure you
Yeah.
type me in it.
I guess you don't want to be famous.
But
I guess you don't want to be famous.
Sign
Sign
then.
that NDA.
Yeah.
From the Dave Chappelle skit that he talked about when he was with the making a band, he told them to like go down to the Bronx and find me a Cambodian woman and give me that breast milk. Now that story just takes things a whole different level now. Like
Sure does.
it's that just secret code for jizz, cocaine. Like what the hell is this Cambodian breast milk that you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, where they
Remember
had
that.
where he'd never like walk. He always had like his security carry him out. Like it was hilarious.
God
Wow.
damn, man. You know. Speaking of which, you know them security guards have seen some shit.
They're probably going through some therapy. They got some PTSD.
Yeah.
They're probably being
Deep
interviewed
for
by
Diddy.
Homeland Security. They're
Yep.
probably being-
They got post-traumatic dick disorder.
Oh damn! Damn.
Yeah. Even that man that held the umbrella with the bow tie for him for years.
Oh,
man.
it was like
right?
Oh,
he was like a tailor, wasn't he? Made
Yeah.
his clothes.
I hated that guy.
Then they called him the gentleman, but then they gave him a name later. I don't know what his name was.
Wasn't it
later.
Farnsworth Bentley or something like that?
I don't know.
That
I know
sounds
for
familiar.
a while it was the gentleman. I
God
was like,
damn.
what the hell?
That's all bad.
The gentleman is a
All
whole
right.
different meaning now. I'm just saying.
Oh dang! Oh, making the band has a whole different meaning.
Yeah, his
now.
name was Farnsworth Bentley. Where is he now? That's what I want to know. Probably.
He's probably
Crap.
stuck on an island or in like a cage somewhere.
And all
Never
kinds of
know.
therapy.
All
All right.
All kinds of bad.
Let's switch
I
it
mean,
up to
so-
something.
Before we switch, I do want to make this point because I brought this up a couple days ago. So last year, someone else that we know got raided by FBI and had property and stuff seized, but was never charged and never went to jail.
Someone we know, and you putting their name out there, or you gonna tell us later?
Yeah, that name is Donald Trump. When they raided Mar-a-Lago,
You said someone
What are you
we
talking
know. I
about?
thought
He's charged.
we
Like
do not know who the fuck he is. Or
he. Okay,
I
so
don't know.
no,
I
that's
don't know that motherfucker.
that, please no. He's been charged in like two of the 3 or 2 out of 5 of the things that he's charged with from like all the various things that he's been in court for. He's lost 2. he's appealing them, but he lost 2. The third one were for like the thing with the documents. He's literally going up to court in 12 days from now. So yeah, like he's justice. If you're rich, move slow as fuck. So, but
it wasn't that nothing happened.
Yeah,
like,
some stuff happened.
He's not behind bars.
But he's been charged though, and he has to go to court before he go to jail.
Yeah, he's going to court. So I mean, if he hasn't gone yet, I mean, we still got 12 days, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and he's still. I mean, people think that the recent thing with the when he got an appeal for the fraud money, because it originally owed like $400 million, and they reduced it to like 170 something or whatever. He didn't pay it. Some other guy did. He got another billionaire to pay it, which is weird. He's just out of money. Anyway, people thought that was like a win. It's not a win. Like he's appealing, but he's not going to win that fucking appeal unless it goes to like some crazy ass judge. Like there's pretty much no way he's going to win that appeal. He's going to have to pay the $500 million.
Don't forget that Carol Jean money.
E. Jean Carroll, which is on appeal as well, but he's not going to win, especially because it was about defamation, and he defamed her more than once. He can still get sued again because he keeps defaming her because he's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's an affliction. That's definitely an affliction. But yeah, we gonna see what happens. Your boy Diddy. Where are we switching it to?
All right.
The Diddler.
The Diddler. Yeah. Let's see.
You gonna talk about the Stellar?
Yeah. Oh, Stellar Blade. So yeah, Stellar Blade.
How about this?
It's a game that's coming out. I forget who the developer is. It doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, it does matter. I just don't fucking know. It seemed interesting to me because it was like very heavy on the fan service.
The developers is Shift Up Corporation.
Shift Up? Is that a new? I'd never heard of them before. But the game looks amazing. So, and the demo, I didn't know I was going to play it or not because there's a certain character on there who looks too young and too like developed. It's super weird. Like I didn't see it in the demo, this person in the demo, but I've seen it in like previews. I don't know if they're gonna like change the character or whatever, but it seemed like very odd. So, but I played the demo. This character isn't in the demo yet, and the action's good. It's kind of hard, and you got some pretty good fan service. So, yeah.
Is the action? And I haven't played the demo yet, but is the action some reminiscent of like Devil May Cry?
Yes, it is, but it's Devil May Cry, but like it's kind of hard. So like the normal like enemies are like pretty easy to beat, but then like you get to like some of the bosses and mini bosses, and they're difficult for now. I just got to get used to like the gameplay style because I didn't know how to like dodge for a minute. You can block and parry, but yeah.
I guess I could say Devil May Cry / even Bayonetta had some similar mechanics.
Yeah, similar mechanics, but the demo, it's very limited to kind of what you can do so far. But it's been cool. I was surprised that there was like people are getting like ripped apart. I was like, oh, okay, this happens. So yeah, it seems interesting so far, and the gameplay mechanics seem pretty spot on. I'm looking forward to like unlocking more stuff in the game, but I'd recommend anybody. I mean, if you got a PS5, give it a try because it's a free demo, and I love when people when they have. Go ahead, Stitch, talk. See if we can hear you real quick.
You can do the work now?
Yes. Yeah. There we go. All right. So we're talking about Stellar Blade, just the demo real quick. It seems pretty cool, the demo so far. The graphics are great. Physics. You know what kind of physics I'm talking about. They look great.
This is Shift Up's first game.
Is it? This is a wow.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this is their very first game, and they're a Korean-based company, a South Korea-based company.
Well, yeah, I would hope so. North Korea, they would definitely not have physics or fan service. Like everybody's in a burlap sack, calling people comrades and shit. Anyway, this game it's pretty good so far. Honestly, I don't know how it's going to end up being like the final game, but the gameplay mechanics, the graphics, everything looks pretty amazing. So. Give the demo a try and let me know what you think because I think it seems pretty good right now. And if you're into hot chicks, that's on display.
B-Boy's played it. He's in the chat, so I'm seeing what he's going to say. Now, he hasn't said anything yet, but we'll see.
It's got to catch up. Yeah.
There was some
I mean, I don't know. There's always this silly controversy to me that it's an attractive model that's doing the motion capture or whatever. Obviously, there's I think that if this was legit, there is a way of playing like skin. I don't know if they're calling it skinless or close to skinless or whatever. Not completely nude, but like in a bodysuit, like a clear bodysuit.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, we're adults. If I want to play, if that's the kind of game you want to play, that should be an option for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, as long as it's
This
for
game
adults,
is-
I don't really care.
Yeah, this game is rated 17 plus, so it's
Oh, yeah, I can see why. I mean,
yeah, so
Yeah, and I know in Korea
So they can do what
put
they
it,
want.
like, yeah, I think in South Korea, then they gave it like the equivalent of an adults only. Maybe that was the 17 plus, but I'm pretty sure it's getting a mature for the States and the UK, unless they change it.
and it's for beyond just like the attire of the women. It's like there's gore. So
Yeah.
it's appropriate.
oh
Yeah.
wow, the physics. I'm watching some of the gameplay right now. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's I was like, all right, I didn't know what I was getting into. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm all for it. Stitch, you seen any of this?
I've heard of the game. I haven't watched any of the gameplay except what you guys been talking about and raving about in the chat group.
Yeah,
Everything, so
just check out the demo. It's PS5, it's free demo. So it seemed cool to me.
Is Steven Yeun in this? Because I might be stupid and racist because one of the characters look like him, but I don't know.
Oh,
Here we go.
Well, no, he's
Here we go.
Korean, right?
I don't know.
I have
Actually,
no idea.
I can look
No
it up
idea.
though.
I think he is because he was on the Conan show, and him and Conan went to Korea, and they did like, a bunch of stuff together while they were there. Like it was part of his show or whatever.
He is Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying.
I'm sorry. He's American. His ethnicity, like his parents are Korean. Like he's American, but he's South Korean, like ethnically.
Yeah. Is he in this game or no? Or
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so, okay. So Blue's racist. Anyway, we'll keep it rolling.
Holy fucking shit! All right, Stitch, what you been playing and enjoying gaming wise?
I know what he's been playing.
yes, all about saving democracy. Helldivers 2 is got me hooked, just like hooks in deep on me. I have so much fun playing that game. I don't think I've played it with any of you guys yet.
No, not me.
Oh man, I've been playing with Hobby, and he gave me some tutorial stuff. It's obviously from my understanding different than the first one. I never played Helldivers 1, but this game is so much fun. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have talked about it on like maybe a couple weeks ago when it first dropped.
Yeah, just briefly. I've only played like a little bit of the game because I was afraid because my upload speed here is like 100 megs, which is like fucking early 2000s. But it played sort of okay. But I need to get. I have a new internet that's coming sometime soon. Like I see them every day, like literally cutting up the road to like run the fiber line. So
fiber, yeah.
Yeah. Once I get it, I'll be online. So
yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, just I always forget that you can like sync your Spotify like playlists to some of your gaming stuff. So it reminds me of like when I would play like Borderlands 2 and I would just like be sort of playing by myself and just have like a bomb ass playlist going on.
Yeah.
And just nonstop gun battles. And it's just so much fun. It's so challenging and just it's not like you'll get really any better at it. It's just sometimes you're just getting your ass kicked because these fucking, I call them the Autobots and the Insecticons. They just come through and they just wreck shop. It's like you see them drop off these ships and like these tanks and then these upgrades now. I logged in today and was playing. It's like the fucking Autobots, they got gunships now. So it's like I see this thing floating in the sky and they're just like one hit killing me with these like this gunship like naval battle type things. I'm like, man, I gotta get my level up. But it's so much fun. I've been having an absolute blast playing that. Obviously, it's more fun when you're talking with people because when you're dropping the airstrikes or stratagems as they call them, it's friendly fire is on. It's so you'll mess up your teammates. I really like the mechanics of, and I've never thought about it this before, but it's like when you reload your gun,
Yeah.
you lose your bullets that
That's
are
the way it
in
should
that
be.
mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, why have I never like thought of that as like realism
Yeah.
or whatever until they presented me? And I maybe there's been a game that's done that before. I
think
maybe I never noticed or forgot.
Yeah, it's like the Arma games do that. I'm pretty sure they do.
I thought doesn't Rainbow Six do that? Rainbow Six should be doing that. I know it did. If you play on like the harder difficulties, it does that, or at least it did when I played Extraction. They did that.
I think it'll let me like top off the mag. I think if I'm Rainbow Six, but it's like if I eject that mag from my gun in what's it called, Helldivers, that mag's gone. It's in the wasteland somewhere. So it's like if I'm just all of a sudden try to do like a tactical reload when I got like 14 rounds left in my 30 round mag, it's just like I was like, I really don't want to lose these 14 rounds. I better I better shoot these off. And also when you're if you change, let me see how to explain this. But when you Kronos knows about this, but when you eject your mag and it's not empty, you don't have to chamber around.
Yeah,
there's already
I was going to mention that. Yeah,
which is another bit of realism that I sort of forget about and stuff.
Well, it's like
which is nice.
It's funny because like when you used to like I haven't shot in a while, but when I used to shoot M16s a lot, when you shoot the last round, there's like a physical feeling from like the buffer because like the buffer gets stuck back, so like the last one has like a little bit more kick because it gets stuck back instead of getting punched back forward. But I wish they could do that like in the controller, where there's like a back motion but it doesn't go forward, because then you would know like in your hands.
With the haptic feedback, I don't even know because I'm too busy running around for my life. I just know it's vibrating and all kinds of stuff. But and that part is really really cool. I thoroughly enjoy that. It's a blast. And then I was talking with you guys about, was it Dogma 2? Is that the game?
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah. I've never played it. I don't know much about it. I was just watching a couple gameplay footage of it, and it looks pretty dope. I was like, okay, obviously it's easy to compare it to like God of War and stuff. Anything with mythology is like, oh, God of War, but it looks really, really interesting. I'm probably gonna watch maybe a couple more review videos, check that out, and then I just saw that, was it Planet Zoo? I'm probably gonna get that for Lilo. It's almost like The Sims, except you're creating like a zoo.
Oh shit!
So I know she'll get a good kick out of that, and those are sort of on my radar right now. I haven't even got into playing Spider-Man 2, the new game.
I gotta do that too. Yeah,
New Game Plus.
I really want to do that because I had so much fun playing it.
We gotta play. You gotta pay for the new. There's 2 new suits you can pay for a limited time, which I want to do just so I can like give. Because it's like an Oakland-based development company. Because they had so they had like students that made 2 new suits for both the Spider-Man, and if you pay like $5, like it goes directly towards the school. So like it's for like underprivileged kids to like learn how to develop games.
I was gonna say I thought I went to like a charity, but either way, both are good.
It's a school charity, so that's how they get. That's how they raise money.
Awesome, good shit.
And then also the if you run your mag dry, if you just keep trying to fire, you ain't getting no bullets. It doesn't automatically reload. You got to be like, I need to reload, or I'm not shooting. I got to hit square or whatever, which is great. And also, it makes you like try to stay calm when shit hits the fan.
Another thing that I love is like when you're running around where you have like the reticle, but then you have the actual like barrel reticle. Like that's like way more realistic too, because like that's how it is. Like if you can't really run around and like shoot shit. I mean, you can, but you're not very accurate, right? So it makes you like have to slow down to like shoot accurately. And the fact that it's like constantly moving around, I think that's really neat. I think this is like the first game that I've seen really do that style of like shooting. It's neat. It's also there's like a really big parallel between like the way that Snake moves in like Metal Gear Solid games and Helldivers 2. There's like a video you can watch where like it shows like the similarities between like how you move around. It's kind of neat.
Okay, I didn't catch that.
Kind of jumping back to Spider-Man 2 with the DLC, the 2 costumes you can buy for the Spideys. So the company it's an Oakland-based company, and they're called Gameheads.
Yeah.
And the suits cost $5, and the proceeds go straight back to Gamehead because they're like literally a inner city like developing company.
And what's the cutoff date?
It doesn't say.
Okay, because I know after the cutoff date it's free, but I want to make sure that I like donate. Actually, I could do it on my
But it's
phone,
called
so.
the flying. I clicked on it. It's called the flying fresh suit pack. And
Yeah,
it's
hold on, I could just buy it right now on my fucking phone.
There you go.
And then
that's
obviously
awesome.
with the Helldivers thing where you're punching in the like contra codes while you're running.
Yeah, that's just fun.
Real life, it's like it'll show you what you need to press, but sometimes you're just like, fuck, I'm messing it up or whatever because you got these big ass insects shooting bile at you and shit. So it's so much fun. I love it.
Well, and then it's also the like the little puzzles you have to do, right?
Yeah.
They're like simple puzzles, but you're getting shot at or like attacked. So yeah, it makes it harder to do.
Yeah, robots with chainsaw hands, they make you run.
Yeah.
I appreciate this too. The being in the mech was fun as shit.
Boom, got it. All right.
Yes.
I got the fresh and fit. Or sorry, the flying fresh suit pack.
I've played a lot of games where the mechs didn't feel like fun and too bulky, too slow, and whatnot. Mech felt fucking perfect. I love that. I like spam the shit out of that. As soon as it refreshes, I'm hitting that little up, down, left, right, BA, and making that shit happen.
Hell yeah.
So we'll have to get down on them, man. I've been crazy busy, but I'm gonna try hopefully this weekend to get back on there. And I still need to get down with you, Old Ninja, and Stitch for modern. I didn't play much of Modern Warfare Zombie 2, Season 2, but I heard they dropped a new season.
Season 3 started today, but Season 3 started today, but there's no big zombie update. So there's still plenty of time to get all the stuff that you missed because there's a new dark zone from Season 2 that you got to navigate through. It's not as difficult as the first one, but it's still like you need people. Like it's hard to do with like even 3 people can be a challenge. At least 4 people minimum, which is fine. 6 people is better, but there's things you got to do.
All I need is my motherfucking ether blade and my goddamn dog, revive dog. I'll be good.
No, so that's the thing, though. That's what you think until you go in, and all of a sudden you're like, "Where's my dog?"
Oh, they strip my dog?
No, your dog has a less likelihood of survival.
Should they nerf them? God damn.
No, not they nerf them. It's just like there's a lot of enemies, a lot. So you got to be on. You have to be because the area is like. I guess it's the same size. Maybe it's a little bigger, but you need to be on the move constantly.
Okay.
Or you're gonna get got.
I'll have to get down on that. I have to play it, man. It's been a hot.
Yeah, it's easier to navigate, even though it's like a little bigger, but still you can still get got. And it sucks because usually you get got when you're trying to leave, because like it literally fills with enemies. So it's like holy shit. So, but yeah, we can run it. Definitely, we'll run it back a few times. The new season features Snoop Dogg in tactical gear, which is pretty awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then it shows they have this weird. I don't know what the fuck it is. It feels like some Halloween thing, but there's like a lot of like animal-based skins. Like they have Fenrir skins, and they have Snoop Dogg as like an actual Doberman with like his tats and shit on him. It's like it's weird. Yeah, his looks cool, but some of them look a little weird. There's more coming, so I'm like, okay. The one thing I think is cool, they had the Walking Dead characters. They had like 2, which is cool.
You can't tell me that Fortnite didn't fucking influence the entire fucking gaming world. Because like when they started fucking dropping,
dude, you already know they made literally $1 billion just off of fucking microtransactions. Are you kidding?
Dude,
of course.
But I was going to mention like how. Remember, they just had it every fucking fictional character in the history, like Rick and Morty, Bart Simpson, like
and Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon
Star
Ball.
Wars, yeah, it's still going.
And I remember people who were hardcore Call of Duty fans and some other folks were just like, I don't want all that bullshit. I don't want fun characters in that shit. That's fucking shit for babies. Now that shit, people paying $10, $15 a skin.
$15, 15 to 20, 100%.
Right.
and they're running around with duck fucking outfits and cat sloths and what's the other one? There's sloth, cats,
A banana.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like Fortnite type shit.
Yeah.
there's a
like,
banana one.
Pinata.
There's a bunch of them.
That
I haven't
wacky
seen a pinata. Well, there's one. It's a camo, but it looks like pinata, but it's camo.
that wackiness in terms of skins and whatnot, it sells. Like people buy it. Someone's gonna buy it.
It
You
does.
know?
I mean, people have been talking shit. I mean, because you can play as 21 Savage and fucking Nicki Minaj and Laura Croft.
Well, the fact that they literally had a concert. They had a
Yeah.
concert online and like millions of people showed up for it, which just shows that like I don't know they found a math formula and it's working for
We're
them.
talking about Fortnite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They've had plenty of concerts on there.
It's still amazing to me how
Yeah.
Fortnite started. It was a failed game. Like everybody forgets this shit. Like the original game was about surviving the night against zombies, and then they were like, "Okay,
Battle
nobody's playing
Royale.
this, so let's just try something else." And yeah,
Battle Royale worked. That was it.
Battle Royale was that was it. Everyone was on it, and it's still popular even today. And
Dude,
it's
that
weird
makes sense for the
because
name
it's
now.
yeah,
Fortnite.
That's
Build a
what it was
fort,
about. Yeah,
Survive the night.
Yep.
It was in
Yeah.
beta for forever and a day too. Like
Yeah.
It's
years.
been for like 2-3 years.
No. So only the Battle Royale part was in beta. Like the actual game.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, the single player game though, like they dropped like a normal game, but like nobody liked it.
Probably day one, but the
Yeah.
Battle Royale was beta forever.
Yeah.
Same thing with fucking Modern Warfare 2. They had their DMZ that was in beta the entire life, and the game is still technically running. But usually, those games last a year. That whole year, DMZ was in beta the entire time. It's weird,
damn.
but still.
Did you guys talk about X-Men yet, or have you guys watched the new episode?
Not yet.
I watched the new one
I
today.
haven't
yet.
watched tonight.
Yeah, because we
I
went.
haven't watched today
What did I do
either.
today? I had lunch and then went to go watch Ghostbusters. So
Okay.
Oh shit! Oh, that's why that's on here. Okay, for sure. Yeah, did you want to talk about Ghostbusters? Because I got to talk about a movie that I saw that.
Wait, before you say something, I'm about to open up this beer, and it's not beer, but it's called Hops 2, and it's
God
very
damn.
right to see.
Your actual dog water.
hop water.
But yeah,
Right.
this is hop water.
Hop
It's
water.
it's craft brew sparkling hops water. So I guess it's like water that has hop taste to it, and I'm gonna open it up and try it. It's 0% alcohol.
So
Yeah, 0%
non-alcoholic beer.
0% calories. What's funny, non-alcoholic beer still has alcohol in it. I think it's like
Right.
2% like that.
It's like
it's like
1% or less.
It's like kombucha. Technically, it has
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
yeah,
You tried it for
I
the
feel like
first
I
time?
can smell it.
your video's frozen, but yeah, we still hear you.
Of course, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's like I don't know, it tastes like beer, but like doesn't have that. I don't know.
Alcohol taste?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Mm-mm.
It actually works. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
I'll take your word for it, I guess.
Same here. I'm a Stitch. I'll take your word for it.
Let's see if I got my camera unfroze.
I'll have to try it out. So anyway, let's see. What was that movie I watched? It was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Yeah, it was actually I liked
I'm
it.
frozen.
It's pretty good. There was like it was good to see Ernie Hudson in it, and he was like a prominent role. Basically, he's like a rich guy. So yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. A really good way to bring him back. Also, we did a podcast with him. We interviewed him probably like 5-6 years ago. You know, back when he was in APB. So yeah, he was a great guy. It was like one of our first like really big celebrity interviews.
Yeah.
And it was weird because that one, it was like we got like a direct line to him. I feel like we had his cell phone number, which is weird.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wait, did
I
we
think it was
interview
more
him?
than 5 years ago. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
it was a while
Might have
ago.
been more.
Yeah,
So wait, did we interview him before Nichelle Nichols or no?
Oh, I can't
before
remember.
it's one of our
think
first big ones. Yeah.
So, because I think I was in Louisiana still.
Yeah.
Were you? No, you had
Did,
no.
Besides Egon, though, everybody else on the original cast is still kicking, right?
Yeah, and they're all
Yeah.
in it. So yeah, like it was even what's her name, the like receptionist lady. She was in it too.
Janine.
Annie
Janine,
Potts.
yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Annie Potts was awesome.
Wait, what's the was Rick Moranis in it too?
No, he wasn't in it. That's the only person that's missing. But I mean, there's gonna be there's room at the end to like make another one. So yeah, and like this one is like you might not want to take your kids to the movie. Like if they're like probably younger than I would say probably 10, 11. Probably don't take them. It's kind of scary at parts. Like the villain is like scary looking and like literally kills people with fucking fear. So yeah, shit. I was kind of amazed about that. And they introduced like a whole new like version of a Ghostbuster in it. I thought that was pretty neat. So honestly, it was a good movie. I was surprised.
Is it mostly in New York again?
Yeah, it's all in New York. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find when we had Ernie Hudson on, but yeah, it was a while back.
It was a while back. I remember it, but I could have sworn it was like one of the last like 3.
Well, no, it was like I'm pretty sure it was like one of our first interviews, especially like big interviews, like celebrities.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, so it's hard. It can't keep going.
I gotta get up crazy early. I'm gonna dip, but you guys keep going.
You're gonna dip right when we're about to talk about that big bombshell.
Nah, man, you guys have fun with that one. See ya.
Mm-hmm. All right. He dipped out. Oh man.
We had Ted Remy on too. Remember that shit?
We did have Ted. I 100% remember Ted Remy. That was a good one.
That was 7 years ago.
Holy shit.
So, goddamn, this is going back.
So we had. I'm trying to see. This it.
Ebinger, Cass Anvar. Remember that shit?
Yeah, it's funny because I've run into Cass Anvar a few times after that interview.
Yeah, Dominic Provost-Chockley, which is like one of our most listened to podcasts. Where the fuck is it? Dominic Tipper, another great one. W. Kamau Bell. Remember that shit?
That was our first.
He was the first.
Was he the first one?
Yeah, he was the first one.
What year was that?
That was
2015.
That was 8 years ago.
That was year 1.
Yeah.
Because that was right around the time we did the live event right at Cape and Cow, right?
No, well, we saw him after that interview, like in person. Right.
Okay, so we did the interview first.
You did an interview first, and then we saw him because he had like an event in Oakland.
Okay.
I went to go see him. Yeah, I still can't find it, but it's like, it was. I guess it wasn't one of the first ones. So.
Yeah, we've done so many.
Yeah, we did a lot. Oh, I can't wait to get
back.
Him out. Oh shit!
Awesome. So
yeah, remember I confused him with the guy that played Creed.
With Carl Weathers? Oh.
Yeah, and he was like, wrong dude.
Wildness. So while Cronus was watching Afterlife, which I was going to see today, but I'll probably see it.
Frozen Empire?
Frozen Empire, sorry. I saw the movie called Late Night with the Devil. So this movie was super crazy. Like, if you're a fan of the films like Hereditary and Midsommar, this is kind of along those lines. Like, it takes place during like a live 1977 like late night skit where they do like crazy stuff for like one of their final like rating sweep shows, and like all hell breaks loose eventually. And it's like,
we just got some money. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh,
I heard the noise, but they guys cannot hear.
I cannot hear the noise.
Who done it? I gotta figure out who did it.
Oh, I can see who did it.
Who did it? Oh, Maha Blurred. Thank you very much. And he's like the whole crew. There you go, Stitch.
There you go. Yeah, Late Night with the Devil. It's like it's a horror movie, but it like starts out like kind of like a drama, but it doesn't give you like a whole lot of horror like right off the bat. It's not like a slasher film. It's like this weird like thriller that turns into a horror movie towards the end. It's done really well. It has a guy who he stars as he's in what was that, the Suicide Squad as Polka Dot Man, and he's in the Ant-Man movies with the crew that like steals shit with Scott Lang and shit. It was done really well. I was like really impressed on the way it's because it's a Shudder film, so you would think it'd be on the streaming service, but it's in the theater, and rightfully so. It's actually done very, very well. If you're a horror fan, this is a must watch. So there you go.
All right. All right, where we going next? Stitch, what you got?
Should we talk about?
Oh shit! I want to talk about something.
Okay. Fuck you, Stitch. Go ahead, Blue.
Well, no, it'll be real quick. So, a couple last year, I brought on the show or talked about a show called Extraordinary.
Oh, I just finished season 2.
Which which is about this girl. It's a world where everybody gets superpower when they turn. Is it 16 or 18? I think it was 16.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, when you turn 16, it's 16 or 18, and like there's this one girl who she's like in her 20s and she doesn't have powers, so she's like the only person in this world without powers, and like crazy shit happens in season 1. Like her cat turns into a human, and she thinks that it's because that the cat saw her boobs, so she goes off and flash like a dog, and she's like it's fucking hilarious. But season 2, it's so much. It's not as funny as season 1, because season 1, like my favorite episode was when she goes to the doctor or she goes to the dentist, and the dentist's power is that whatever you're feeling, the dentist for some reason projects like a song to go with what you're feeling. So if you're feeling like you're scared or something like that, like horror music will play. And there's a point where where the dentist is sticking her hand in the girl's mouth, and like porn music starts playing, and it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, season 2 is really good. Like they continue off what happened from season 1, but there's a lot of people with pointless powers, which is fucking hilarious. Like this one guy, his power is that you can't curse around him. Like it instantly censors you. So if you're cursing, like it would just beep you out. But then like the cat guy, it's so funny. Like the cat guy, like he learns about like some crazy shit that happens from his past, and like would cause him to like turn into a cat. And there's like this one guy whose power is like he vomits rainbows. So like he's up on the roof, and I guess he's like sick or something. He like vomits, and just a rainbow comes out of his mouth. It's just the show's it's so freaking funny. And there's a scene where she's like going to a psychiatrist to help her like kind of unlock her power, and like he takes her into her head, and her head is like a crazy library, a bunch of books, and like the books are like stories of her life, and she has like different sections. Like there's a section for like daddy issues type stuff, but I guess there's something that happens between her and her psychiatrist, and it makes you think like, is it considered cheating if it happened in your head? Like what's going on? But like, yeah, this season so far has been freaking hilarious, and it ends on a really good cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't think it was.
What's your take on this season?
No, I agree with everything that you said. Like the end, I didn't know it was gonna be the end, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like it's a huge cliffhanger of like, where is this person now, and like what's gonna happen, and you know, it's just this season it's British comedy, but it's actually funny British comedy, I would say, because like the cat's name is Jizzlord, which is hilarious, and like it ends up that he has his Jizzlord is like a shapeshifter, and he has a whole family that he kind of forgets about as a human, and then like there's something else that happens like where he basically has a whole other family, which is hilarious.
And then like this other family, like his wife, she can basically like she can not, I guess, read minds, but she also can like
she can talk in your mind.
Her voice, she can talk to people through her mind, and the shit she says like in her head, but then like her facial expression, like she's all sweet and innocent looking, but then in her head she's like calling like you a bitch or whatever. But like her whole story is fucking hilarious, and the shit that happens with her. But yeah, this show is really good. Like it sucks that it came back and they dropped all 8 episodes at once, because then we gotta wait like another year to get like the next 8 episodes, which kind of sucks. But it's really fucking funny.
Yeah, we finished this off pretty quickly. Anyway, I found the Ernie Hudson interview. It was from 7 years ago, and it's S-Class interview number 15. It's about 20 minutes. It's like 19 minutes long, but it was really cool to like talk to that dude. I was very surprised that he was super fucking cool, and I didn't know at the time that he was doing Grace and Frankie, and he like talked about it briefly on the show, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then like I talked to Kay about it later on. She's like, oh yeah, he's like one of the characters. Also, this dude looks fucking great for 78.
70, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? This dude is 78? He looks like he's like 40. Like he looks pretty good.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, because I think originally for Ghostbusters they wanted Eddie Murphy for that role, and I guess Eddie Murphy turned him down, and so they went with Ernie Hudson, and yeah, that's kind of why he's not too much in the movie. Like, I guess if they would have had Eddie Murphy in there, he'd have been more prominent, or his character been more prominent in the movie.
He's more prominent. He's more prominent in this one. So,
that's good.
Yeah. They did his role justice.
That's good. Because he's barely in the first one, and like he barely have any like real lines in the entire thing.
Yeah, this one he's kind of, I feel like he's almost like Tony Stark, sort of. Like he kind of bankrolls like this whole different. I'm not going to give away the movie, but he's important to like the franchise.
What was his character like role in the first one?
He was just a guy that they needed an extra Ghostbuster, and so he was just like.
Was he like an actor or something?
No, he was just some guy who was looking for a job. Like, you want me to do what? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, he's like, is there a steady paycheck in this? If there is, I'll do anything you want.
Yeah.
I think well, damn.
He just responded to like a classified ad or something, like a newspaper thing, and he just showed up. Yeah.
He was kind of like what was called like the straight man, because he doesn't believe in like all the extra shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a religious dude, but he's like, if you want me to fight ghosts, I'll fight ghosts if you pay me. So
yeah, if it's steady paycheck, I'm here at your job. Yeah, you know.
The chemistry really worked with all of those actors in the 80s. Was it 84? Yeah.
Yeah.
His character Winston was voiced by Arsenio Hall in the animated The Real Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I guess it makes sense because, like, I remember when we interviewed him, like, we talked about Ghostbusters briefly, and he didn't really say like much about it. And I feel like now he'd probably talk more about it because of like they did the character justice now.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, he's looking back on, he's probably the forgotten one.
Yeah.
Out of the group of, I guess, original OG Ghostbusters at the time and stuff. I mean, obviously, like us nerds, we know and appreciate his work that went into it. But I think for, I guess, the trajectory of how famous the other guys got and everything, and be like, oh yeah, you're from Ghostbusters. It's like with him, it's like, oh yeah, that's right, you're in it too, or whatever. So I can, I don't know if how he felt about it then, but it seems like he's a little bit more warm. And they like you said, I haven't seen the movie, but it sounds like they did him justice to maybe put some more spotlight on him as well. Yeah, like
people, I'll tell that, like, hey, we interviewed, Ernie Hudson. They're like, who's that? I'm like, the guy from Ghostbusters. They're like, who in Ghostbusters? I'm like, what the? Are you fucking the black guy? I mean,
Yeah.
The only color in that entire movie.
Yeah. It's funny because like the trailer for Beetlejuice came on as we were watching it, and then Kay whispers in my ear, I bet you there's no black people in that movie, because apparently that's like, for like Tim Burton movies, there's like no black people in the movies. So
I don't. Maybe it's just me. Like Beetlejuice doesn't do anything for me. Like I don't know.
It was fun, like, back in the day. It was fun
Batman,
to me.
Right?
He did do Batman.
The original. The original sort of movie.
The original movie.
Michael Keaton movie.
But what's the guy's name? Billy Dee Williams is in Batman.
He is. You're right, but most of his movies, there's like it's mostly white people. So.
Mostly. So
I thought Ernie Hudson was B.D. Williams too for a second.
How dare you?
Oh my goodness.
What's wrong with you?
Well, no, I thought he was. I thought he was Creed.
He wasn't selling Colt 45. What are you talking about?
I thought he was. I thought he was the same guy as that's in Mandalorian, the guy who like takes over.
It's Apollo Creed. That's
Apollo Creed.
Carl Weathers. Yeah,
Carl Weathers, but in Mandalorian, not actual Creed. I remember him playing Creed. That's about it. But was he? He was also Action Jackson, right? Carl Weathers.
Yes. All
right.
He's all three.
Vanity. Oh God.
Wow.
So let's go right there.
Should we get into it? Because this is the burning question that I've been arguing with folks all day, and people have some thoughts because it was announced today.
X-Men 97?
No, I know what you're gonna talk about because
no.
I can see the icon blipping there, and that's your color in the in the Google Documents.
So So today, Marvel Studios announced that they picked their Silver Surfer for the upcoming final Fantastic Four movie. Sorry. It is a woman. It is the actress from Ozark, I believe. I haven't seen Ozark.
She's actually a really good actress, especially in Ozark.
She's really good. amazing actress.
Yeah, let me get her name. Let me get her name right before we move on to this. But
It's
still,
Julia Garner.
wait. Yes, Julia Garner. She will be playing live action Silver Surfer. However, she will not be Norrin Rad. She will be Shala Ball, which is a different herald of Galactus. She has a different history than Norrin Rad and comes from a different planet. However, this has sent the fandom ablaze with this announcement. So a lot of people, all they hear is Silver Surfer is now a woman, and they reacted
Yeah.
instead of looking a little bit more and seeing that this is not Norrin Rad Silver Surfer. And apparently, the movie will take place, according to sources, it will take place in the '60s and be on a different version of Earth, a different Earth, so a different multiversal Earth. I've seen a lot of I've been in a constant kind of argument with a friend, and a lot of stuff is online. What are you guys' reaction or thoughts on this casting?
I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is the problem. Like, I'm pretty sure she's in the comics. I'm pretty sure I have the comics somewhere.
She is in the comics.
Yeah, like in boxes. I haven't read it. I haven't read a bunch of comics yet.
She's actually two different characters before she becomes Silver Surfer.
Yeah, so this is the thing about when you get used to like reading a lot of comics, especially like Marvel and DC. There are different universes and even different like interpretations of certain characters. You might like him, you might not. I mean, shit, fucking Wolverine's got a bunch of kids and a bunch of people that have his same fucking powers. Like, nobody really seems to give a shit. So, I think that, for one thing, I think that they could have done this better by introducing that Galactus has heralds, and that he has a bunch of different heralds over his lifespan. The last time we saw Silver Surfer, it wasn't a great movie. It wasn't very well received. So I think that's why they're kind of forgetting about that. This is back in like the Fantastic Four days with like Jessica Alba. Yeah, this is like probably almost 2 decades ago at this point.
Shit, just about. Holy shit.
Yeah, like for real. Like, but I think if they could have done is like introduce like the universal threat that Galactus is, and that the fact that he has a herald to like choose planets for him to like devour. But we're not getting that. We're not getting the you're not getting the Avengers treatment. Like, I feel like we've been so spoiled with like the Avengers and like how they really laid out over multiple movies, like who these characters are, what the villains are, what they can do, all this shit. But I don't know what they're gonna do with her as a character in what movie. I have no idea. But I feel like if they would have shown Galactus as like this universal threat, and then this is how these characters work, that'd have been better. But maybe they still will. I don't know. We'll fucking see.
I feel like they're kind of jumping. They're going too fast with this one, because like Silver Surfer is a pretty iconic, not iconic character, but like it's a giant thing that's going to happen in the Fantastic Four universe, especially if they're bringing on a galactic. So I think they should have spent some time like developing the cover characters first before they went and busted out with the Silver Surfer. But I mean, I never looking at the other movies, the Fantastic Four movies, and every time they brought in the Silver Surfer, like the movies haven't been that great. So I kind of like that they're kind of going with a different take on the character, Silver Surfer. But yeah, I don't mind it that she's a female. I don't mind seeing a reflective female figure. I got no problem with that.
Stitch.
I'm fine with it. I mean, she's a great actress. I really loved her work in Ozark. Ozark was one of my favorite shows to watch. In terms of like acting as Silver Surfer, I mean, I imagine it's going to be a heavily CGI'd green screen character. So are we just getting her voice? I mean, okay. I mean, I don't see what the big uproar is. I don't know. I used to read a lot of Silver Surfer, like when I was an early teenager. Just obviously just guy on a surfboard. That's fucking sounds dope. Battling Galactus. That sounds fucking extra dope. Or whatever. So I mean, I'm open for it. Obviously, over the past couple months, years, Marvel's lost a little bit of credit in terms of the big bank account that they've had in terms of like trust in their decisions, in terms of like what they're putting out. But I still think they're well in the positive. So I still trust Marvel to build a universe. I just hope that, like you said, it's not rushed. The big thing that I think was the best part about the whole Infinity War saga was that it took its time to build. They didn't rush it. They put all the pieces in place, and it led to an epic fucking closure of a story. I hope they don't do that with Fantastic Four, because they've stepped on their dick multiple times trying to present the Fantastic Four story, and especially with Doctor Doom and stuff. You have one of the most iconic villains in Marvel history, and they have really fucked themselves up trying to even present him on the big screen. I feel bad for people that are like real big Doctor Doom fans. Luckily, I'm obviously, as we all know, I'm a huge Magneto fan. I've seen him on film a bazillion times more than I can fucking count. I feel bad that Doctor Doom hasn't gotten a sliver of the presentation that he deserves. So hopefully they do it right, and they do the Fantastic Four right. And I mean, obviously, it's one thing to have good actors and actresses casting the part, but you have to tell a good story. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
I think that's the part that people are missing. However, too many people that I have seen are complaining about, that Marvel didn't learn their lessons with the Marvels, the movie that pretty much bombed end of last year. They also like, oh well, this is not, Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's always been a guy. I'm like, well, like, you should know that Galactus has more than one herald. Like, Norrin Radd, that's his name to differentiate him from other heralds. Like, he's not the only one. And the fact that this character, Shala Bal, was actually his lover. When she was introduced in the comics, they were a couple. And they were actually separated by Galactus. There's like a whole thing about them being separated by Galactus and all this stuff. And people were like, just like saying, this is not Silver Surfer.
Well,
with this casting now.
The problem that I have when people say, with the female characters and all that shit, or the Marvels, blah, 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 blah. Look, Captain Marvel made $1.1 billion. People seem to forget about that shit. They talk about, nobody wants to watch these female characters, blah, blah, blah. But Captain Marvel still made $1.1 billion. So they know there's an audience there that wants to watch these characters. And they can get a high viewership. I think that with the latest crop of, Marvel movies, there's been a couple of things. There's been some bad writing. I haven't watched the Marvels. I want to watch the Marvels. I just haven't done it yet. Obviously,
it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's just not high on my priorities right now. But I will watch it eventually. But I think it's one of the things of when the pandemic happened, like there's like a lot of things just kind of fell off the fucking radar, and like nobody was watching movies in the theaters for like a really long time. It's coming back now, but now we're watching movies that were trying to be made during the writer strike and the actor strike. So we're getting very few really great movies right now. Or if they were made, they were like pushed back. So like, I don't think, like I keep saying it almost every podcast, we're not going to get that many like real big blockbusters this year. Even though I thought that, Ghostbusters was really good and Dune Part 2 was fucking fantastic.
It was.
Yeah, there's a few other ones that are coming out.
That popcorn box.
Yeah. you know where to put your dick. I'm just saying. I think after that, there's a few. I mean, obviously, the Godzilla and King Kong movie did good as well this year, but you're just not gonna. I think when we hit the summer, I think we're just gonna hit a dry spot of just like not a lot of like blockbuster movies, and which is weird because normally, especially when we were growing up, the summertime was like when you got all the blockbusters. Now they're trying to spread them out more, but I don't think we're gonna get like
a first week in May.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Usually. Well, I mean, it's funny because the first week in May, they're like re-releasing Star Wars movies. So they're like, I know the 25th anniversary of Episode 1 is this year. So they're re-releasing. There's a new poster. I think they're doing giveaways and shit. across the country.
Is it the original
So that's
though?
gonna be-
I'm like, I'm not. I want to watch the one where Han Solo shoots first. I don't want the one where.
No, episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Oh, Phantom Menace. I'm not watching
came
that.
out
I'm
in
not
Phantom
watching
Menace.
that shit. No, Minister. That
Yeah,
shit.
it's gonna be re-released in
I-
theaters.
you watch a
May
pod
4th
race?
on Star Wars
Yeah,
Day.
just give me the end fucking fight scene. I'm good.
The fight scene, the lightsaber fight. But going back to this, the Silver Surfer casting, I wholeheartedly it comes down to, will there be a good story? Like the casting, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a wait and see. Like you could have casted fucking Ryan Gosling or fucking I don't know, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, Silver Surfer, which is fine. But if the movie was written and put together as shit, it'll be shit. Like
Yeah.
I need to see the product. If the product's shit, then I'll be like, okay, this was shit. Like I didn't enjoy this. But this is just casting. The only thing I'm a little apprehensive about is that I believe this has a 2025 release date, which is to me feels like a very, very rushed
it's very-
schedule. So if they push it back to 2026 or 2027, then I'd be okay. I'd be more okay actually. But I think they could pull off a 2026 release, like an early 2026. I think that would be better for them, for production wise, and to fix the story. I mean, get the story right, get it tight. I already know Stitch's views on this. He thinks this is hot garbage right off the bat. I've seen his Twitter post. He does not like this idea at all. He thinks this will fail miserably. I'm gonna be like, wait and see.
Wait,
like we won't know.
Stitch, you said that?
No, Prodigy.
I thought you said Stitch.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
He
he
did
did say
Stitch.
Stitch.
You did say Stitch.
No, I agree with Stitch saying that I'm a wait and see.
Fucking old
but
people,
Prodigy,
man. Fucking old people.
I agree with Stitch that we need to wait and see. Without good writing, we don't know. It's not out yet. It's just literally announced. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens. But Prodigy already hates this idea. He does not like this at all. And you can go to his Twitter account and verify. I saw this. He posted like 8 hours ago that he did not like this idea. So there you go.
She'll see.
All right, where we go next?
Stitch, did you have something you need to? You're back. Did you put something on the list or not?
No, I just randomly hopped in. Got the
Okay.
kid in the bed early, so I was able to hop on and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, let me see what's going on with the crew. I can think of off the top of my head. You guys said you hadn't watched X-Men yet, so
Well, we can't talk about it if we did because it came out on Wednesday. So
We talked about last week's.
we talk about last week's
Last
if you
week
want. Yeah.
Last week was crazy.
yes, last week's one was really good, really, really, really good. I'm trying to remember all the things. Yeah, with the Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
So, first of all, when she said her name was Goblin Queen, I was like, all right, yeah. Somebody looking that name in the 2024 has a different meaning than what it probably meant back then, because having a Goblin Queen just doesn't sound right. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. But overall, I thought the episode was excellent. I mean, I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but I understand like what happens with Cyclops' son and I guess the Goblin Queen's kid, that he's going to go into the future and eventually he's going to come back as Cable, right?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
If you haven't read a comic.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with everything that they've done with the series so far through 4 episodes. I won't touch on episode 4. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. It will remind you of the Sega Genesis thing. That's all I have to say about it. I can't wait because that game used to give me issues, and I'll talk about it. Hopefully, I'll be able to hop on next week and talk about it. But I'm loving everything that they're doing with this show. From episode 1, giving Cyclops his flowers that have been well deserved. In terms of showing like, he ain't no punk bitch.
I mean, okay, hold on. Just so everybody knows, this is my feelings on Cyclops real quick. He gives me super, I voted for Trump twice energy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody that's like, oh yeah, he's the greatest guy ever. Like, if you read the comic books, he's not the best guy. Like, he turns in, he goes some sort of way. I'm just saying.
But the thing that tripped me out, because I played like the Street Fighter games up to that, I always thought his optic blast was like, I thought it was like a laser, like it would cut you in half if you used it, but I didn't know it physically moves things, like it's like basically being punched by fucking light.
Yeah, so his eyes are actually, it's opening a portal to a different world or a different like plane of existence.
Dimension.
Yeah. So they're not lasers.
Yeah, because in the first episode he was like knocking people back with the move. He was like doing like special like tricks and stuff. Like he would shoot it so he can like slide out of the direction of like a firing or something like that. I was like, wait, he ain't cutting things in half. But then like later on, when he's fighting the Sentinel, like he cuts the Sentinel in half.
You can, yeah.
So I was all kind of confused.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mean, there's a one that I guess people seem to always forget later on in the series, but during the Age of Apocalypse, he blows off one of Wolverine's hands. Like he literally blows off where it like confuses where he only has like one hand or it won't regrow black.
That was in like the
X-Men
Prime thing where he had like one hand and he was like, yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because the adamantium fused over his hand, so it prevented his hand from regrowing. So he had like one hand for a while. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, the comics are based on just like, let's say the 90s show or whatever. Looking back on it, like Wolverine was kind of a bitch in terms of like he was just constantly like just whining.
He was a cuck.
And
thirsty.
Just, like, just whining after Jean and fucking pissed off because they had to leave Morph behind and shit when the Sentinels were and all that shit and all kinds of whatever. But I really like what they're doing with all the characters thus far. There's a lot of questions that I have, and I'm just like picking up on little like, marks like in terms of like Morph and Wolverine and the shower.
Yeah. They got some energy going.
I'm like, okay, I see that, but the whole Gambit sort of got this like white Cajun Prince sexual energy going on. I was just like, this is hilarious on so many levels. But
dude, that crop top shirt
good.
though.
Yeah,
when they're playing basketball.
It makes me wonder, and the only thing I can think is that because they got rid of the showrunner or let him go or fired him right before it released.
Which is so weird.
It had to have been something just like non-performance wise. Maybe he was just a dick to work with, or I don't know. I don't know, but the product that was put out seems to be great. Hopefully, if the show continues and they keep it up the same like.
Same energy.
Same energy with the 4 episodes I've seen so far.
You know, one of the craziest thing about this whole entire thing is that, like, well, watching the first episode, it fucking triggered me. Like, it took me back to being a fucking kid and being super fucking pissed off. And that's the goddamn end credits. When they're showing, like, the every character's, like, abilities, they're showing everybody's abilities. And then, like, once they get to, like, we're about to get to Wolverine, it cuts off. Like, it starts showing, like, some other scene. That's what they did back in 97, like 96, 97. It would always do that, and I would always be so fucking pissed. And they do that now with the new and the Disney Plus version.
You gotta buy the cards, bro. Gotta buy the cards.
Yeah, trading cards. I still got. I have to pull those down from my attic.
I got some. Yeah.
I get so. I mean, even though I know the character's powers and abilities, I want to see it on the screen. But it's about to show the character, and then it fucking cuts off. Man, I get so mad.
That episode 2 with just that whole January 6th energy, and then Magneto dropping those fucking bars like, oh, that's cute. We play by your rules, and they still come after you or whatever. I was like, oh fuck, and he brings him up to the thing. He's like peasant, bigot, whatever. I was like, damn, this is so good. I was like, but this is going over so many people's heads right now. But it was great.
Well, I think, people that were talking about X-Men being woke, like I said before in the podcast, like X-Men has always been like, if you watch the X-Men, read the comic books, whatever, like that's what it's always been about. It's always been about civil rights. They just call it mutant rights to fucking make people feel better. But, that's the way it's always been. Like Xavier was MLK and Magneto was fucking Malcolm X. So like that's who they're based off of. If you didn't realize that, then I don't know, read some fucking books. So, yeah.
Have you seen some of the fan art that has Henry Cavill playing Magneto? Like they basically took images from him in Witcher and throw them into the Magneto costume with the M on the chest.
All right.
And I'm like, you know what? I could see that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
he's
you
got
know
that swag.
what I
So,
have
yeah.
been seeing, I've seen Giancarlo Esposito
That's what I was about to say.
as I've seen pictures of him as Professor X. I'm just like, oh shit. Like I prefer him to be Norman Osborn, but Professor X, that kind of
Well,
it's
who was the
kind of
other guy?
looking like
It was like two people, right? It was like
Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart and
no. It was Giancarlo Esposito being
oh, I mean the new one.
yeah, like there was like
Giancarlo was going to be Professor X, but he said something
There was
about
somebody,
like
yeah,
him
somebody
being
else.
in a wheelchair didn't suit him.
Yeah,
but
because he would have to film.
Who did he want to play Magneto though? That was the thing. He wanted somebody else black that he wanted to play Magneto.
Yeah, he did. He did. Oh, who did you say? He
I
did
can't
say
remember.
someone. I can't remember who he said either. Was it a younger character or no?
I'd have to look it up. I can't remember.
Well, we can while we're looking.
But it would be interesting though if they did like go that route, because at this point in time, it's like it's almost. I mean, I don't want to say it's almost. I think it's almost unrealistic to have Magneto's storyline be the Holocaust.
It's Denzel. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Den-
Denzel.
Did you say Denzel? Okay.
Yeah, Denzel's on Magneto.
Well, I mean, Denzel did play Malcolm X, so
He did.
That was
That
like
makes
what,
sense.
1990?
so 96, 97.
It was a great movie. It's like, honestly, if you read like the biography of Malcolm X, it's pretty close to like the movie. Really close.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really think you could sub out and make like Charles and Magneto's origin stories around the civil rights era, and I think it would go in smoothly, and you could start the origin around that, and obviously fast forward to today, 2024, and I think that would plug in where, rather than saying like, okay, yeah, he's a Holocaust survivor, he doesn't have any anti-aging powers, but if you were trying to retell that story again, that's a long, long ways away. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll
Goblin
see.
Queen is still a weird name for our character.
I mean, yeah. I keep hearing Gobbling Queen.
Yeah, that's all I hear.
Yeah. So I mean,
But then that one scene where Jean is like laying in the bed and like Wolverine's like, oh hey, just focus on my mind, and then she's like, oh, you really feel that way about me? He's like, and more. And then she puts her hair in wraps like, well, I gotta go save my man. Like,
oh damn.
and then Wolverine just leaves a little claw print in the door, and then go play fetch with Morph.
It's funny. He's like, what is
bone.
it? He's like, is it apocalypse? She's like, no, the baby's coming. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Wild shit.
Let's talk about. Have you guys played Sifu yet?
No, I didn't plan on playing Sifu.
It was free last month. Maybe for the next.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was free last month on PSN Plus. So I downloaded it because I try to get like games of note at least added to my library. And this game is actually kind of amazing. Like I was very surprised in like the gameplay elements. So basically, you're like this kung fu dude that you have to avenge your father's death. And as you're fighting through the game, like if you get killed, you lose like a year of your life. And if you get killed again before like killing the person that killed you, you lose 2 years of your life. And if it gets consecutively worse. But the thing is, like once you get killed like more than once, like the next time you get killed, it adds on like that number of years onto your life. So if you get killed, so you start in your 20s, right? If you get killed like say 3 times, like every time you die after 3 times, it's 3 years added to your life. And then like if you get killed anywhere else, like after that, it just adds on that year. So like you could be like 5 years on your life, 10 years on your life, whatever. And like you end up dying in your 70s. And it's just like, it's crazy because like as you're playing the game, after a certain amount of years, like your health goes down, but your damage goes up. So it's like it's super interesting a game to play because there's techniques you can unlock at like certain ages in like your life that unless you like permanently unlock them, like they'll stay locked in like the rest of your life. So and it's like
is it like similar to Returnal in that? Oh no, because you go back in time, but not it doesn't mess with your life or health.
You can't really go back in time. Well, technically you can go back in time. So like when you play like the first level, so like this is what happened to me. I played the first like level and I beat it, and I ended up being like in like my 30s or 40s, and then like the next level I got fucking pretty much wrecked, and I got to like the next level, but I was like in my 60s or some shit, and so I had to go back to like level 1, play in my 20s again, and then like made sure I like made it into like maybe my 50s for like the next playthrough. But it's been like it's a very interesting game to play because when you die you can come back, but there's like stipulations on like coming back, and like the only time you can like get new skills is through death or through like these shrines. And yeah, you can only get you can get like XP multipliers by like doing certain combos and shit like that. It's honestly it's a really fun game to play. I was surprised that it was like free on a PSN Plus because I want to play it for a while, and it's like it's a great fucking game.
Right on. It sounds very, very so like Fallen Order has something very similar. Well, not very, but pretty similar. It's rudimentally similar. Like you just have to reclaim your XP and your like whatever experience you got from the last person that killed you. If you don't kill them or if they disappear or whatever, then you lose all that. You have to regain it back.
Yeah, so you can't you can't reclaim stuff, but you can get. So if somebody kills you, and say the person kills you, like it takes away like a year of your life. If you kill them, you get that year back. Or at least it erases your counter to 0. You'll still be, so if you start from 20, if somebody kills you, you'll be 21. But then if you kill them, it'll make like the next death be 0 or just 1. And so it's like, it's a really interesting mechanic. So like you can't like keep stacking on deaths because you only get like 1 or 2 back. It's like, and then you can use some XP to like make the counter 0, but you're still whatever age you fucking are. Like, you can never go back in age in the game that I've found so far. So it's like it's very interesting. And like some levels you get to they give you more weapons, other levels you get like basically nothing. It's like it's a great game.
Right on. I guess so. I don't know if you noticed or heard, but No Man's Sky got another big ass fucking update.
I did see that.
Yeah, so there's like a huge update with like ship building. Like now you can build your ships.
What is it called? The new one?
I believe it's called Orbital. I think that it's No Man's Sky Orbital. I think that's the latest one. But like now you can build your ships because before you can build pretty much everything except for your capital ships and your starship. But now you can customize your starship beyond just color. Like now you can like build like an actual ship that you know want to kind of take pieces of and build it. And like the other updates, you can take like Sentinel capital ships. I believe you can do customizations on your capital ships as well now. I haven't updated yet, but I plan on playing it within the next week and a half or so. Because I'm still trying to play Suicide Squad, which I know that Cronus is kind of like semi giving up on. So
I mean, they did everybody dirty. They did. I mean, like they did everybody dirty. This is fucking bullshit. Y'all know me, like talking about the game in the previous podcast. I thought it was a good game. Like I thought it was a decent game. Like I had fun playing it. But the fact that they released Joker and then you have to grind so goddamn much to get him, I'm like, what the fuck? You have to get to like level 35 on like this whole new like arena area, which is like basically kind of the same as everything else. And you have to grind from like level 0 to level 35 to like even get to like the story to get this dude. Like, I don't want to fucking do that, man.
So they pull the season pass thing. If you want to immediately get him, you have to buy the season pass and you automatically unlock him.
The problem is
you get a bunch of perks and then you can play more.
No, that's
level him up.
That's fucking bullshit because people have been grinding on the game like the whole fucking time to like do other shit. Yeah, Stitch is giving a thumbs down. I totally agree. Like it's like you had to grind like the whole time in the game, and I had no problem with the grinding before to like for weapons and shit. But I'm not gonna grind for a fucking character. Especially when literally like 35 levels is legit. Like probably, I'm gonna say probably around like 10 hours.
Yeah,
like it's
maybe
like it's probably close to 10 hours, depending on how you play. Because like the problem is like when you start in the new area, you can't up the fucking difficulty to get more XP. So you start at like the hard difficulty is like the very like bottom of the tiers, and so you can't get like all the extra XP and extra benefits like right from the jump. And so I thought, even with the grind, I thought because I've already grinded in like all the other levels that I could like up my tiers like right away. But no, you can't. Like you're like capped on like the lower tiered like difficulty, and so it makes it like super hard to get like the XP that you need to like up the fucking tiers to even get to the story of fucking Joker. And that's fucking bullshit, man. It's bullshit, especially when the game, like playing the game, it's unfinished. Like the story's unfinished when you beat it, and you know that when you finish it, like it's not done. And so to force somebody to like pay an extra $10 when it's like already like a fucking $70 game to like get a new character, like fuck that.
Is there any like new gameplay with the Joker, or is it just you unlock them so you can play the regular game with them? So
I don't know. I don't have the Joker yet, but
you don't even got him. Like what the fuck, man?
No, I don't got him. I've been grinding a little bit, but I don't got him yet. So.
From what I've seen so far, it's all the same game mode types. There's nothing fucking new. The things that are new is you have new like weapon types and you have a new affliction type, which is cool. But you're still grinding through the same sorts of things of like kill X amount of whatever, get into like this dome to like protect you from like this fucking death laser beam, escort this thing from here to there. It's like, it's dumb. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to Rocksteady. I don't know if they were forced into making this, but they could have made this way better. Like what they should have done is like had the Joker available, like the story to play Joker from the jump. No fucking grinding to get to him. And I don't want to spend an extra 10 hours just to play with this dude. What if I don't fucking even like the way he plays?
So, but me and Hobby, we were talking about we're going to grind it out. I think he's still in the chat. We're going to try to, he wants to get him. So I'm like, let's do it. We'll just fucking grind it. I'm like almost there because I've kind of haven't been playing a little bit. I've been getting my cousin into Destiny 2 because they introduced their not their summer stuff. The summer stuff's coming, but their Guardian games, which just ended, and then he wanted to play on the new thing that's going on right now. So I'm like, okay, fine. So he hasn't played in like I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years almost. So I've been playing on that, and then like I just played the new update to Modern Warfare 3, which is okay. I'm not with battle passes. It's mostly skins. I mean, yeah, it's kind of you got to grind through it too. But the thing is, you grind through it by playing like different modes, like so you can have a different experience. Because it's mostly online shit. Unless you do zombies. Zombies is probably the most way to get the most amount of like tokens. You use tokens to unlock the pass. But that's probably the quickest way. At least with the zombies, I have a lot of fun because there's still people playing zombies. It's always fun with me or with playing with others. But Suicide Squad, it gets a little daunting because it's like you have to play the mission, then you got to up the mastery level, which is called.
Yeah, that's the problem.
To like a higher one to get different shit. And I'm like, so apparently, they didn't release the full content. They're releasing it in waves. But I'm like,
because there's no what not strangleholds. There's no strongholds. They're missing that.
Yeah, there's no strongholds. So I guess there's 2 modes coming out. I think in 2 weeks or a week or some shit. And then like there's actually not a roadmap, but there's been a list of shit that's coming. But it's already affected gameplay. Like the people that already have them, they already like kind of maxed out the Joker already. Like, and they're just blowing through shit, and they're just kind of like moving on. The people that don't have Joker, you have to grind to get him. By the time you get him, you have to grind more to level him up. Yeah, he's not going to come level up.
Yeah, because I heard he starts like level 6, which is like fucking bullshit.
Yeah, so it's going to be weird. I do know there's supposed to be 2 new modes are supposed to be coming. One of them they explained. I don't know what the other one's like kind of not fully extreme because I guess it's supposed to be a secret. I'm not 100%, but it's like okay, whatever. I mean, I paid for the game. I'll play it every now and then, or if like before late night. But I'm not like seriously like into it. I feel like I got Anthem a little bit, so. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't recommend the game now because of like the DLC. Like they fumbled it twice now.
So it's just weird. It's just like a passing game. It's like those late nights back in the 90s when you had nothing. Everybody else was offline, and you were still wanting to game, so you start playing Tetris. It's like that for me. Yeah. Like, well, everybody's offline. I guess I'll play some Suicide Squad.
I feel like it's like
gotta be saving democracy is what you ought to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't
remember watching. It's kind of like watching a Human Centipede 2, where the guy gets really bored. Who's the security guard? And he starts like bringing out the barbed wire, starts jacking off. It's like that now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Fucking terrible. That I've seen that movie more than once. I don't know
what the fuck is wrong with you.
Yeah, I've seen
once
never
me.
Well,
never.
To my credit, or in my defense,
there's no credit here. No matter what you say.
No credit. In my defense, I've seen two versions. I saw the unrated version and I saw the rated R version. So there you go. The rated R version. I think I was with y'all. We probably do a party.
At his house. Yeah, when he lived in Newark.
So I had already seen it the night before. I saw the unrated version the night before, and then I saw the R-rated version the next night at Prodigy's house. When he threw, believe it or not, for people who are listening, Prodigy threw a Human Centipede Part 2 party with food and everything.
Oh yeah,
well, because 2 was hilarious. 2 was
no, the first one was hilarious. Sort of hilarious.
One was super funny.
First one was hilarious.
Second one was not hilarious.
I haven't seen 3. Like I refuse to try.
No. I've not seen 3. What was even more funny is all 3 at one point in time were all on Netflix. At one point. So yeah.
I feel like 2 was like punishment.
Yeah.
Part 2 was just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And yeah. And I saw it twice in a week. So there you go.
That explains a lot on Ninja. Really does.
Yeah. There you go. Where else you guys want to go to? There's some stuff on here we've kind of left out. Did you still want to talk about what's his name? Jon Stewart returning? Did we already talk about him or no?
I thought we did. Yeah.
Okay.
So sure. Stitch or Blue, what do you guys want to talk about?
I probably gotta jump off soon.
I think maybe we all do, but
we can talk about some of the trailers that you guys talk about. The trailers that were released recently, like we got the Bad Boys 4 trailer.
Oh yeah, we talked a little bit about it, but yeah, we talked about it. Did you watch it?
I remember I saw it when it. I did not watch it. I saw that they announced it was released, and I watched like a little of it, but I didn't get to watch the full trailer. I totally forgot about it, but. Damn, I'm gonna watch that as soon as I get off of here.
I mean, it's a Bad Boys movie, so
yeah, it's like a classic Bad Boy movie.
Yeah, I feel bad that I want to watch it.
So I actually had this sort of question with other coworkers in that field at work. So, do you rank I guess you can say it's a trilogy of Bad Boys or the trilogy of Rush Hour? Which one do you hold in higher esteem?
I would say probably Bad Boys because like going back and watching like the original Rush Hour, it's kind of racist. Like,
yeah, we can't judge it on that.
Yeah, no, but I can though, and I am. So, do you understand the wars are coming? That's super racist, dude. Like, it is.
We could do that with Coming to America if we want to go back on some.
I mean, sort of. Yeah, sort of. But saying that a guy that I don't know, it's a whole different conversation. But I'm just like saying that the guy couldn't understand English and like talking the way that he was talking, and like that was like a whole shtick, and like the whole like there was a lot of shit. Just go back and watch the original. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, grease in a box and all kinds.
Yeah,
of stuff.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And then having the guy play the original roadie, or was it the original roadie or the second roadie?
The second roadie.
Yeah, he was like
roadie. Where he fights him. That's in part 2. Yeah,
basically fucking Blackie Chan. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, Crenshaw rating. As far as comedy, you got to give it to. I got to give it to Rush Hour because it's way more funnier than Bad Boys. But Bad Boys is all out action. Like everything's blowing up. There's guns everywhere. I mean, you can't. Where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence go undercover as Klansmen. That was some shit where they just bust out at a Klan rally out in Miami, Florida, I guess, in the Glades.
That's Florida going to Florida.
Yeah, I mean, there was some wild shit. I mean, but it's like action adventure. You know that shit's gonna blow up. You know there's gonna be a car chase. You know there's gonna be helicopters and shit. Part 3 has Vanessa Hudgens in it. So yeah, there's that. But I mean, you got to remember, I think Bad Boys is older than Rush Hour, if I'm not mistaken, because Bad Boys, the first one was like 95.
I was in like 5th grade when that one came out.
Yeah.
When Bad Boys came out?
Yeah,
Bad Boys was like.
Oh, really? That's wrong. Getting old.
I was in like 5th, 6th grade.
I mean, you're a little younger than me, so maybe that's why. But not by much though.
I have to check with you. I think it's 93.
No,
95.
No,
yeah, you got it right. First
95. Yeah, first Bad Boys 95, right. And then the second one's not until like what 2006 or some shit like that. 2003 maybe.
Yeah, it was a
something
big
like
gap.
Yeah, it's a huge ass gap. And then the third one came out in 2020 or 2021, and then now we have a fourth one, like a couple of years later.
This is back when Michael Bay was super respected.
I still haven't seen the third one. I think the third one's on Netflix right now.
I watched it.
Is it?
I seen it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I seen it.
Well, like
I
think that in the third one, I felt bad for like Martin Lawrence because like he like had already had like health weight issues and like he just didn't seem right when the trailer dropped for the third one, and plus like recently when they did like the Martin Lawrence reunion. Like people were saying like Martin was kind of slurring his words, like they were saying like he was having like a stroke on stage or something like that. I was like,
I think he did.
Oh, it's sad.
He had a mental breakdown. He got arrested, like. But also, Will Smith slapped a dude on stage for making a joke as a comedian, so maybe not judge too quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Bad Boys 2 was in 2003. And then it's not until 17 years later that the third one comes out. Like what?
In 99, Martin Lawrence had a stroke and went to a coma.
Didn't he have like a heat stroke? Like he was out running, right? To like lose weight. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he survived and he's still with us today, and he's able to make 2 more Bad Boys. So. I mean, I plan on supporting it. I mean, if I can support, like I said last week, if I have 10 Fast and Furious movies, and I've seen all of them in the theater, I can support 4 Bad Boy movies. So, there you go. And they're not going to space. So, there you go. There's a plus.
Yet. No.
No, not yet. Oh, shit. Bad Boys in space. Oh, my God. That's why this better end after this.
God damn, Michael Bay back in the day. This is funny. I'm looking at IMDb. And they have like low ratings, but it was like, Bad Boys in 95, The Rock in 96, just fucking amazing. Armageddon in 98, Pearl Harbor, Bad Boys 2, The Island, Transformers War. The first one was okay, and then it got fucking terrible. But yeah, this dude was like
terrible.
He made a lot of like really good action movies back in the day.
Even fucking that one, what's it called? Hot Fuzz. They made a fun of Bad Boys. The whole the pan camera raising up and turning around the character as they stand up.
Bro, I remember, dude, I loved Hot Fuzz. After Shaun of the Dead, for some reason I thought they were just gonna shoot more zombies, and it wasn't like that. But it was still entertaining.
Aren't all 3 of those movies like is it like a trilogy, right? It's like Shaun of the Dead.
So I guess
Hot Fuzz,
someone said Hot Fuzz
Get to the Greek or something like that.
I don't think it's Getting to the Greek. It might be the other one, the one where he's like the dad or whatever. But apparently they're in the same universe or some bullshit like that. Like the Kevin Smith movies. Like they're all like connected. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I don't remember what the third one is though.
It's the one where they like try to get to a bar by the end of the day.
Oh, End of the World, or Was it or World's End? That's the one. That's it.
Yeah, World's End. That was
World's
the
End
name of the bar.
and then-
World's End.
And Shaun of the Dead. They're all supposed to be in the same universe or connected.
They're all fucking funny.
They're pretty good. But Shaun of the Dead is probably the best. Hot Fuzz is probably the second best. World's End is not that good.
All right,
It's okay.
we have to wrap soon because I have to edit and then
For sure.
fucking sleep. So,
All right. Let's go. Stitch, since you are returning briefly, what you got going on this weekend and what you watching, jerking off to?
why would you ask another man what he's jerking off to? I'm very curious now.
I mean, you never know. I may need it
That's
for
a human
research
centipede
purposes. I'll
type
just
thing.
say.
Human
I don't know.
centipede. Oh, he got the
That's
barbed
a
wire.
good
He's like
down,
wrapping
I guess.
around his hand. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So bad.
Oh, I don't really got too much planned. I can think of weather's starting to get a little bit warmer, at least up here. It looks like the rain is finally starting to die off. For those that aren't on the West Coast, it seems to be a little bit of a wet, extended spring than our normal rain season. So weather looks to be getting a little bit better. Maybe try to catch a baseball game or something of that nature, and just kicking back, chilling with the kid. Maybe go to the zoo on one of these off days and stuff if the weather's nice and it's on like a Tuesday or something.
Dude, let me know when you go. We can do like a play date with the kids.
That sounds good.
I discovered today there's a zoo over in Burlingame. Like it's not like a big like tigers, lions, elephant type zoo, but like there's like a little animal zoo over in Burlingame. Yeah, it's what is it called? Let me look it up real quick. I took
Like a little
picture of it
petting
on my
zoo
phone.
kind of thing, or
No, it's called it's Science Playground and Zoo, and they have like just little animals. Like there's like sea otters and like flamingos and stuff like that. Just little creatures, not like giant big animals. And it looks pretty cool. It's like maybe $16 to get in per person. But
Okay.
I've been looking at some of the pictures and it looks pretty dope. I'll send you the link so you can check it out. It's called Curiosity, and it's Curiosity.
Okay. Blue, since it was what you going on, since you already was going off, what else you got going on this weekend?
Oh, I'm so glad it stopped raining because like every weekend here in California, it's been like it'll be sunny during the week and then just pouring rain on the weekend. So I've been trying to do like stuff around the house. So I got to do. I literally spent like 15 minutes cutting back a tree, and I had to stop because like I filled up my trash bin. So I got to continue doing that, doing yard work. My little man is this is wow. Now he's just growing and learning and just talking more and more. Other than that, it's so hard to get back into gaming. Like I literally played I played Man Eater for a little bit, like the DLC.
I gotta play the DLC. I haven't played that yet.
I was playing it, and I think I have to go back and play the first game again because I can't remember how the controls work because I kept getting murdered. I killed like a giant blue whale, but like when it came to like taking out humans, like they just outflanked me, and I couldn't remember how to get away or like use my special abilities. So I gotta kick off the cobwebs and the rust and try to get back into the game. But other than that, just chilling, watching X-Men 97. I watched that Nickelodeon documentary on HBO, which was creepy as fuck. And there's I started watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I need to finish it. Like as far as I got so far, I'm loving the show, but I got to get back to watching. I think I got like 2 episodes left, but it's just really funny to watch.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Cronus, what you got?
Yeah, I took this week off, and me and Kay have been hanging out and doing some shit around the house. I watched 3 Body Problem, and
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's actually it's really good, but I thought Kay might have wanted to watch it, but maybe she won't. So I'm probably gonna finish it on my own. It's really good though. It's very like creepy and like scientifically. Like what's funny is that I already knew about like the actual like scientific 3 Body Problem, like. Our math is very incomplete. I think people have like a lot of faith in math, which I mean you should, but like math is incomplete. Like there's a reason why you can't divide by 0. It's because they literally don't have the mathematical skills to like figure out how to fucking do that. There's also the three. I haven't got to the point in the show where they explain this, but like there's a 3 body problem where like you can't. Our current math can't calculate more than 2 bodies of gravity moving around each other. So once you throw in like a third thing into the mix, like math is our current level of math is like we don't fucking know what's gonna happen with 3 things. Like we just can't calculate it because all the things interact with each other and like like obviously when you get beyond 3, like we can't calculate all those either. So it's a very interesting thing that I just sort of recently in the past like year or so like understood of like our current mathematical like constraints. So hopefully somebody someday figures that shit out because we don't know right now. So yeah, check it out. 3 Body Problem. I've watched like the first 2. It's great so far. I also need to read the book because it came out in like 2008. So I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Were you done? Sorry.
I guess fuck. That's all I got on Ninja. Go ahead.
My bad. I thought you took a breath, so I thought you were. That was.
I have to breathe to make words. I can't just keep going.
Like a breath, like a pause. Was there more you need to add, or no?
I mean, I'm gonna go see Black Panther the play. And
there's a play.
There's a play, and I think we're going to like North Carolina or somewhere where they probably don't like black people. To go watch Black Panther.
You're going out of state to see the play?
Yes, because they weren't playing in California. So
wait, is it Marvel Black Panther? Or is it like
Marvel? Black Panther. Okay, there's a play. We're gonna go out there.
That was the movement or the righteous group that started out in Oakland.
No.
Panther.
And then this weekend we're gonna go see Aladdin on Sunday. There's a play for Aladdin.
Oh, dude, Aladdin's good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, the part I saw, the flying carpet scene, was like mind blowing. I was like, "Whoa, how the hell are they doing this?"
Did you go in person?
Yeah, I saw it live action. Okay.
The coolest play I ever saw was like the Harry Potter play, like the one with like the Cursed Prince, I think it's called, or something like that.
The Cursed Child.
Yeah, it was like a 2-night thing. It was fucking amazing. Anyway, that's all I got. Go ahead, Energy.
For sure. Oh shit, you went to the 2-night thing. When we saw it, it was all one night.
Oh.
So yeah, I guess they streamlined it or some bullshit. Anyway, for me, I plan on starting 3 Body Problem. Everyone's been telling me about it. It says really good. My cousin, I guess it's only 8 episodes or some shit. So yeah. So I'll probably finish it in a couple days. So that's pretty good, pretty quick. I have not seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. I've been hearing mixed reviews, but I plan on seeing it. I already saw Godzilla Cross Kong. I didn't talk about it tonight. Maybe next weekend. I'm just gonna be probably. I gotta do some family stuff this weekend.
Why do you call it cross? Like you work for Sony? I'm just saying it's an X. You can say X.
It's just like your cross button or the cross button.
No, it's not a cross button. It's fucking X. A cross button is not diagonal. I'm just saying. No, it's not.
It's a cross button. Anyway, going to baptism on Sunday, so I'm gonna be hanging out with family. Probably only gonna game like not as much as usual, but probably gonna game a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, that's.
I know what I meant to talk about. One quick little thing. So, Tesla is allowing some of their some of their users of their cars, or I guess people who own their car, they gave them free access to full self-driving mode on the cars, and I've been playing around with it, and it's pretty fucking dope. Like
you're doing that by yourself right now with your kid in the car?
Oh no, now it's my kid in the car.
Okay.
I just do it when I'm like driving home and stuff from work.
Just take your own life, not your kid. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I do have to cross a bridge getting home, so I usually will turn it off.
For a bridge. All right, sorry.
All right,
that was very dark. I'm sorry.
All right. You just experienced the full might of Black and Black Times Infinity. Check us out anywhere and everywhere where you're listening to the podcast with Be the BTIs, BTHANBTI. Anywhere on the interweb, check our official website, benheadproductions.com/BTI, and we have an email, beingBTI@gmail.com. You can email us, if you got questions or whatnot, or if you want to join our Discord server, which we have, email us at beingBTI@gmail.com. Let us know you want to join. Please reference that you listen to the cast or whatnot, because some of you be leaving emails with like one word or some shit. Very weird. What else on this? Yeah. Oh, every Wednesday, 8:30-ish Pacific time, we go live on YouTube. So if you want to see what we look like, and if you want to be a part of the conversation, because there's a live chat accompanied with it, or on Twitch, if we're on Twitch, simulcasting on Twitch, you can be on either one, do it BTI, and join the cast, be a part of the conversation. There you go.
All right. We're out this bitch. Peace.
Hey.